Hello and welcome to the Wurm Unlimited guide. Now this is a new series of tutorials I've created to show you how to understand the basics of Wurm and also how to really get into it. I have a long line of tutorials lined up for you to show you the ins and outs of this game. And this is from the very basics to the more advanced stuff. Now in this first video I'll be explaining the basic controls and also how the user interface works. Now if we start out with the basic controls, WASD is used to move around your player. You can hold left click and move around the mouse to look around. Why they chose to do it like this I'm not sure, but this is how it works. You can use the X button on your keyboard to auto run. You will keep auto running until you press X again or until you run out of stamina. To interact with tiles, objects, players, or really anything in the world, right click it to bring up a menu of different options which you can then click. Now moving on to the interface. The first thing I want to talk about is the health bar. The most important bar to note starting out is this, your health bar. This shows you a couple of different things. Now first, the green bar shows you your stamina and your damage taken. The bar will decrease when performing actions and also when walking. As long as you're doing either of the two, the bar will not increase, and the only way for it to do this is simply by standing still. The stamina bar will turn partly red if you're damaged. This will not only lower your health, but it will also lower your overall stamina. If the bar turns red all the way, you will have died, so try to not do that. The blue bar displays your thirst. The smaller it is, the thirstier you are, and the slower you regain stamina. Now, don't worry though, because you can't actually die from thirst. It's just incredibly impractical. The orange bar displays your hunger. If this goes low, you will get hungry, and your stamina will also regain slower than usual. Although you can't die from hunger, it can prevent you from doing some strenuous tasks. This includes tasks such as digging or felling trees. Therefore, it is obviously recommended that you keep it as high as possible at all times. Your nutritional level affects the speed at which your food bar drops. Keeping this percentage high is done by eating certain foods. If you eat nothing but pumpkins, your nutritional level will stay low. However, if you only eat hot meals, your nutritional level will stay high. Your select bar shows you what you have currently selected. It'll also show you which actions you can do with the current tool you have equipped. Your target window will show you your current target. This includes the target's health and how much damage you have done to said target. The stance window shows you what stance you're currently using in combat. You can choose between aggressive, defensive, normal, and ranged. These all have different perks that helps you in different ways while fighting, but I'll get into that in a later video. Your compass is also something you have starting out. To utilize this, stand still and wait for it to settle. Once this has been done, the compass will show you what direction you're looking at. Your inventory window is brought up by pressing I, F3, or by pressing on the button on the menu bar, and it basically contains all your items. This is where all your tools, your created items, the items you picked up, and so on goes. To activate an item, simply double click it. To equip an item, right click it and press the equip button. The bottom of the inventory screen will show you which item is currently active. It should be noted that carrying too much will slow down your walking speed. The character window is brought up by pressing C or by pressing on the character button on the menu bar. Your character window shows you what items you currently have equipped on your person. By pressing the button on the top left, you can switch between a view of your character and what I call the wound map. Now the wound map shows you what wounds you currently have and also how much damage they give you and how severe they are. The skills window is brought up by pressing either F2 or the corresponding button on the menu bar. There are three main categories on the skill window: characteristics, religion, which I won't get into in this video, and skills. Characteristics is your overall skills. These represent the status of your body, mind, and soul. Each characteristic skill can be leveled up by performing different tasks in the world of Wurm Unlimited, and they all symbolize different things. For example, by leveling up mind logic, you can control more complex carts and boats. Leveling up this skill can be done by, for example, digging, along with a long list of other skills. To read up on the individual skills more, right-click them and press Find on Wurmpedia. This will bring up a window which describes the skill more in depth. This can also be done with all items in your inventory. The skills category shows you a list of all your skills and your expertise in each. Skills correlate with a certain task. If we use the example of digging again, digging gives you digging skills. Leveling up skills will make various tasks in the game easier and also allow you to create higher quality items. Now, dying will decrease skills, so make sure to keep yourself alive. The chat window can be found in the lower left corner of the screen and shows you the local chat and whatever other chats that might be open on your server. The event window can be found just next to the chat window. This shows you your actions and the results from said actions. It also shows you other events that are currently happening nearby you. Here you can also see your friends, your combat results, and your recently leveled up skills. Now, lastly, there is the quick bar. Here you can choose to climb, you can switch between being faithful and unfaithful, you can switch between being lawful and unlawful, you can go into stealth mode, you can access your backpack if one is equipped, and your quiver, and you can open up the crafting window. I'll explain all this in more detail in the upcoming video, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this quick introduction to the user interface in Wurm Unlimited. More tutorials will be on the way soon, so please subscribe to my channel if you want to see these when they come up. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Wurm, so goodbye!